I know what I want, and I know what we need. When the first fruits of the harvest begin to blacken and bleed, and the purple fruit gives way when you press it, even snows fight. And through the thatches behind the green leaves, we heard the fire rise and call, sing as evil as you please, invisible song. It's a very pretty song, but it's something I won't stand for. 'Cause as the sun rises over Columbia, I know we're done for. When the holes started forming in the tent, and you wondered out loud where the sunlight went, I had a mind to tell you, but I didn't want to hurt you. And if I knew how to form the words, I would ask you what you come for. But as the sun rises over Columbia, I know we're done for. As the sun rises over Columbia, I know we're done for. As the sun rises over Columbia, I know we're done for. Hi, we're the Mountain Goats. Hello. It's really good.
Hey, besties! Show them the hair, fabulous.
It's true. My hair is fabulous. I mean, it's really just tremendous, my hair. I'm sure we'll be discussing this more later. If, like, you know, there's big artists who do these like meet and greet things that, like, to me they seem like they would be very socially anxious occasions. But what if there was one where you get to ask my hair questions? Strictly questions that my hair might be able to answer. This has nothing to do with any of that. It's a very old song off of one of the EPs. It's called Dutch Orchestra Blues. Somewhere in secret, the Dutch orchestra's playing. Somewhere in secret, the Dutch orchestra's playing real nice. Real nice. They play so quiet, you can hear the passing traffic. They play so quiet, you can hear the passing traffic, and the cars buzz by, and the wind blows shine on Holland in the spring. And God will watch over the members of the orchestra for me with all his available energies. Gives me a hell yeah for something off one of the 3 EPs in the 2 spot. Thank you. I'm forever, they love you, man. I'm forever wanting to announce songs in the voice of like an 80s evangelist. Well, friends, this is a song. This is a song that this wants to share with you a feeling that I know we've all had. I know somebody in this room is having it tonight. The feeling that someone's going to come through the door and try to murder us. When the villagers come to my door, I'll be all tucked away with my feet on my eyes closed. That's not the first line, and I'll get lost. I got it. Yeah, it's the table in the dining room, baby. That's right. When the villagers come to my door, I'll be all tucked away. No, wait, what the fuck is it? Sorry, so it's Monday for us. We just had 2 days off, which generally doesn't happen in music world at all, ever. I will hide underneath the table in the dining room, knees drawn up to my chest. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. When the villagers come to my door, I will hide underneath the table in the dining room. When the villagers come to my door, I will breathe shallow breaths from high up in my stomach. Waiting for the front door to split it. Waiting all winter. When the villagers come to my door, I'll be all tucked away with my face to the floor and my eyes closed. And no one knows how to keep secrets down here. They tell everyone everything as soon as they know. And then where is there left for poor sinners to go? Waiting for the front door to splinter. Waiting all winter. Theory that like 30 years from now, when all my friends I can't remember where they put their keys ever, I'll be like, oh yeah, I have 40 years practice trying to remember shit that was buried in the back of my brain in front of people, so I get the edge on you. It's okay, I don't use the victims. There's a number of Mountain Goat songs that ought to be covered by Celine. This one's very high on the list.
Celine, like Celine.
mind you, if somebody ever asks me to commit some abominable crime for that to happen, heaven help you if you're the one that I'm supposed to hold off. I will do the necessaries. You cry when you get drunk, and I can't find the right things to say. Sooner or later you'll start breaking plates, and I'll do what I can to stay out of your way. There is nobody innocent here. I got more blood on my hands than you do. It's you and it's me and the baby makes three. Yeah, but we've got our love to carry us through. We've got our love to carry us through. Ooh. I cry when I'm hungry. Something is wrong with my brain, and the ghost of our future's awake in the attic. He moans and he wails as he rattles his chain. Emissaries from neighboring lands. When I hunt down the vampire that did this to us, I will rip out his heart with my hands. I will rip out his heart with my hands. I take immense pride in. It's like, I think that's one of our best songs. So of course, it was on one side of a limited edition 7-inch, and it was issued in quantities of like 750, and no one owns a copy. The master tape is long since gone. The song that I was asked to write when a lot of people were reporting to me that their kings had gone missing, and of course it's hard to know what to do when your wizard king gets kidnapped. It's a struggle, you know, that we all can relate to, and I was trying to write songs that were more universally relatable. So it's called Clemency for the Wizard King. your song come in. We come before you now. We come before you now. Cut loose the handcuffs. Let him go free. We would travel by starlight. We would step past your guards in the night. We come before you now. We come before you now. We who boldly lay claim to our own. We who've seen the chamber of the one true throne. We who've seen the kindness of the cracks in his face. We who will die if we must in this place. We come before you outnumbered and unafraid. Well trained in the way of the blade. Cut loose the handcuffs. Let him go free, let him go free, let him go free, let him go free. second or third night of this tour, after on the first night, we had put a song Matt didn't know in the sixth slot. I was writing up the set list for the third night of the tour, and I said, well, in keeping with the tradition of putting what you don't know in the sixth slot, and he said, oh, it's a tradition now. And I said, well, yes, I'm Catholic. I actually have to abide by my traditions. It's not really a choice. So Matt listened to a version of this in the dressing room half an hour ago. And having said that, it's not like they're songs from they're early Mountain Goat songs. Honestly, if you can't grab an early Mountain Goat song, then you need to go back to the shed a little bit, because those songs are not that complicated. Anyway, this was on Not Like Poppies. I don't know when the last time I played this one, so wish me luck. You looked real calm as we made our way up the walk. There were lazy kisses and hands brushing and small talk. The moon was high, your smooth face was dry, and the kudzu grew. And the stars fell on Alabama, and your eyes filled up with light, and the stars fell on Alabama. So all warm grass underneath us gave way. The dry grass crinkled like paper as a breeze came in across the bay. Cold, clear water nearby glimmered in your eye, and your pistol, well, it glistened. And the stars fell on Alabama, and your eyes filled up with light, and the stars fell on Alabama. But if you think I'll take a bullet for you, you're dreaming. To bring you some sweet chrysanthemum. The wind chimes were ringing all wrong, and you were standing in the doorway, singing along, and I tried to remember how nice it had been a long, long time ago, but I couldn't remember. I honestly could not remember. And a package came for you today from Hunan province. The postmark burning jet black in the summer sun. Someone was changing from the inside out. And I turned around to face you. Sweet peas in the garden, all in full bloom. And I swore I heard the traces of an old song murmuring in a room like a half-remembered conversation. But I let it fall away, and then I couldn't remember. Then I honestly could not remember. And a package came through today from Hunan province. The postmark burning jet black in the summer sun. Someone was losing something he would never get back. And I turned myself around to face you. got up because you were saying my name backwards in your sleep again. The field outside the door is fresh and green, and the most gorgeous cow I'd ever seen was coming right at me, right at you. Her udder was fat with fresh milk, and her black and white coat was as smooth as silk. And in the waiting of a long, long year, I felt the remnants of last night disappear, 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 disappear. When I ask you to look at me, you look away. When I ask you to say something nice once, you come at me with all your hot bites on display. I know you're changing. Damn you. I know you're changing. God damn you. When the wild snow stands up outside, you looked around. I could see you from my window. I could see the snow coming down. I know you're changing. I know you're changing, and God damn you for that. So much. You are so lovely and quiet during the solo segment that I think you get a fourth solo. And I'm feeling bad for the people who don't know any of the early stuff. There's gonna be a lot of you, right? Going, what is this? He's yelling a lot. Right? Here, this is tuneful of the early ones. A bird you would have liked brought the sky down, but it was useless to hear it without you around. And in the unstoppable camera of my mind's eye, I saw you in some foreign rye, and I could hear your voice ringing. I could hear you singing from all the way across the country in Palm Springs. I can hear you now. Your laughter tore through the New Jersey night, and I can't stand it, but I'm alright. I stepped out on the balcony, I took a look around, and a bird you would have loved the sight of brought the sky down, and I could hear your voice ring. I can hear you sing from all the way down the years in Palm Springs. I can hear you now. Douglas. To Lititz, Pennsylvania.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I get to sit down for the Millboard. It's very good. Dude's like, more Yvonne Ben Folds going, John, you figured this out way too late. You gotta play the piano, man. Let's see. Baseboards, I despise this town. Snow on the sunroof, 2 stories down. Hold hands, wish the snow away. Rise in the darkness of the gathering day. Sing for ourselves alone. Speak into the microphone. Cedar smudge our headbands and take to the skies. Soar ever upwards on air gone black with flies. Shroud ourselves in the cosmos, let the music play. Bright star of the morning, shine on his rising way. Sin in the night, stay sick and don't get well. Crush those broken headboards, ride the highest wave. Dusky diamonds shining in the far depths of the cave. Try to explain ourselves, babble on and on. By the time you receive this, we'll be home. Sing high, sing fine, well the fire climbs. Sing me one for the old times. Transcendental Youth. Draws its inspiration from an apartment I found myself in. In 1986. I wasn't sure how I got there or how I was getting home. Downtown north, past the airport, a dreaming switchgrass and concrete. 3 gray floors, smoky windows, facing the street. Michael pulls the blinds back up, stares blankly down at the intersection. He's just watching for the guy who's got the angel dust. Crystal clear connection. Days like dominoes, all in a line. We cheer for the home team every time. Lakeside, 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 for my whole crew. Most nights now sleep in the kitchen. Keep my face cool on the floor. And John comes by to drop off his envelopes. Still playing postman after all these years. Pull down my army surplus jacket. Dig through some drawers to find the keys. Let me emerge, transformed in a million years from days like these. Under each eye, little grease paint smudge. You can't judge us, you're not not the judge. Lakeside view. Lakeside view. Lakeside view. For my whole crew. And just before I leave, I throw up in the sink. One whole life recorded in disappearing ink. And Ray left a message, thumbtacked to the door. I don't even bother trying to read them anymore. Lakeside view. Lakeside view. Lakeside view for you and my whole crew. You are a beautiful player, man. Thank you. The set list was already written. I don't want you to think that I'm like indulging how amazing you are by playing more quiet ones. Some rooms, you look at the set list, you go, it's another quiet one. They're not ready for another quiet one. They're gonna, I don't name names, but there's some rooms you go, time to go to the next loud one on the list. So I'd like to play a song about professional wrestling. One way you can tell which is my favorite song on a record is look for which one is last. Oh, I should explain, because some of you aren't into professional wrestling and will be mystified by this song otherwise. So in professional wrestling, which is to be distinguished from amateur wrestling in that it is wrestled by professionals, there is a number of different styles of matches. It's not just, it's not just some guys grappling and trying to figure out how to beat each other. No, there's one of my favorites back when I was a child. I took it so seriously. It was the loser leaves town match. They should have this in music. But if you're 12 and you're, even if you've been told over and over, but my stepfather, whose father had been a wrestling promoter in Indiana in the 40s, would like just hit me all this, like none of this is real. I knew it, but it doesn't matter because children and mature people know something can both be true and false at the same time, right? It's like that's how we manage to read books. It's not like they'll watch a movie and like, oh, you can actually do the both things. And people are weird about wrestling, right? With this, we go, no, it's not real. Right. Neither is Mission Impossible. And yet I watched that guy jump out of the plane and I got excited. But so the loser leaves town match is the one. I mean, it's fairly self-explanatory. My theory about it in adulthood is that like one of the guys, because this is the days of the territories, right? The territories in wrestling meant that there was not like a big wrestling company that ran coast to coast. There were all these little fiefdoms, and they were very small change operations. Nobody was getting rich except for maybe the owner, which is a very familiar story. NFL, right? So, but NCAA, pay your players. You're goddamn right. But my theory is that one of the wrestlers who, again, are making peanuts would tell the local player, hey man, my dad is going to the hospital and I got to go to Arizona for a week. I want to be with dad. Is there something I could do to get out of the next week and a half worth of work? Yeah, man, you got to lose a loser leaves town match. Right? And then you can't even be here. That'll work out. Can you do that? Can you take a fall for losing? Oh yeah, no, I got you. So he loses, then he gets, or maybe it's just for a vacation. It's time to take a little break. Go lose it. So that's one. There was a rope match, which is incredibly sexual, where the guys are tied to each other by the ankles with a rope. Right? And then they have to fight each other with the rope, right? And I think if one guy gets the rope off, then theoretically he wins. But he usually, before he finishes winning, beats the other guy with the rope that once bound them together. It's hot stuff. But the hair match is like the most Greco-Roman of them all, because, and they would do it all the time back then. Like the loser has to get shaved, bald, in the center of the ring. And he sits there on the cheapest chair they could find. It was like a classroom chair, a pale tan with paint flaking. And he sits there while the razor buzzes. And because in those days they weren't doing it for TV, the people tend not to cheer. They just watch. You'll be maybe lunging for the bad guy's hip. No one anticipates the sunset flip. The referee and your opponent will hold you there. And we're gonna bring in a folding chair. We'll stipulate that there will be no cameras filming. But of course, there will be several in the building. And if by chance somebody hits record and stands real still somewhere back behind the soundboard, cheap electric razor from the thrifty down the street. Two guys down around your ankles, so you'll stay put in your seat. Buzzing razor held aloft and just about to strike. I loved you before I even ever knew what love was like. Some people leave before it's over, but most of them stay. Some hide behind their programs, some look away. Out in the parking lot, you look up cheap cars. Casino is the one where the gambling isn't any fun at all. Those are the ones where you can really get some poetry out of it. You know, you go to Vegas, you can feel it. It's like you're gonna throw some money at something, you know, because everybody's having a good time. But if you go to Tama, Iowa, and you go to the casino, it's really, there's not that many people there, and they don't have any craps tables, which is the best game in the casino. And well, it is the best. It's the only one where you can. Don't get me started. It's a lot of keno, you know. It's a lot of waiting to see whether the ping pong ball with your number on it comes up. That's a soccer game, man. And it's like, and so you know, everybody in there is as sad as you. It's a whole sadness kind of situation. So that's why the mountain goats like that kind of situation. Drunk at the Mesquite Casino, right where God intended me to be. Looking up at the one man in this room who's handled more cocaine than me. Think back on the good times just an hour or so ago, before I got myself this drunk, when the valet parked my rented Mitsubishi with a beat-up old brown suitcase in the trunk, full of firearms and flash drives, full of passports and international money orders, for just in case I make it across the border. Get a postcard from the gift shop. Let my family know I'm doing fine. Looking up at a map up on the ceiling to find the place where we all meet up further on down the line. Head back to my table. Get another scotch and soda for the road. The band on stage is really working up a head steam. Close my eyes and lean my head back, dream a little dream full of firearms and flash drives, all full of passports and international money orders, for just in case I make it across the border. It's your turn to sit down. They should have a turn. The greatest. If there was like a band charter that said like everybody gets a chance to sit down. Bassist is not allowed to sit. I'll tell him he'll be moved. He starts citing studies that, like, the more time you spend sitting, the quicker you die. It's true, I hear. I checked into a bargain price with my last gazed out through the curtain at the parking lot. Went down to the corner store just before nightfall in my bare feet, like tarry asphalt, soft and calm. And when I came back, I spent all my supplies on the counter by the sink, looked myself right in the eyes. St. Joseph's baby aspirin, bottles and James, and you, or your method. I ducked behind the drapes, but I saw the moon begin to rise, and I gathered in my loose ends and I switched off the light. Down there in the dark, I could see the real truth about me. It's clear as day. Lord, if I make it through tonight, well, I will mend my way. I will walk the straight path to the end of my days. St. Joseph's baby aspirin, bottles and James, yes, and you. Oh, you got it. I'm 5 years old, I'm 6 maybe, and indications that there's something wrong with our new house. Trip down the wire twice daily, I'm in the living room watching the water game hearings while my stepfather yells at my mother, launches a glass across the room, straight at her head, and I dash upstairs to take cover the eating close to my little record player on the floor. Since it's what the volume knobs for, I listen to dance music. You have been so lovely. Thank you so much. 2, 3, and fresh out of the shore. Our house faced west, stole the new orange sun. Positioned at your back, head up, your magnificent silhouette. How much better in my life? Yeah, 900 cubic centimeters of raw winding power. No outstanding warrants for my arrest. Whoa, 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 the pirate's life for me. You will rise up free and easy on that day, and float from branch to branch, lighter than the air. Just when that day is coming, who can say, who can say? Our mother has been absent ever since we founded Rome, but there's gonna be a party when the wolf comes home. The local airways to tell the neighbors what's been going on, and they will shake their heads and wag their bony fingers in all the wrong directions, but by daybreak we'll be gone, we will be gone. curious, how many of y'all are locals? No kidding. Wow, thank you. Wow, amazing. Thank you for coming out to see our show. They're yelling the names of towns in Pennsylvania. I'm a geography freak. This is like paradise for me. Especially like if you grow up on the West Coast, like Pennsylvania is like this mystical land where they name their towns things like Nazareth. Bethlehem and things like that. It's like, oh man, they must be keeping it very real out there in Pennsylvania.
They're all blue balls.
Where I come from, it's like Fontana. Mission Viejo, that means old mission. Well, they come and pull me from my house, and they drag my body through the streets. The sun's so hot I think I'll catch fire and burn up in the summer air so moist and sweet. The people all come out to cheer. Rocks in the pathway break my skin, and there's honeysuckle on a fake. Please today, with every breath I'm drawing in, I wanna cry out, but I don't scream and I don't shout, and I feel so proud to be alive. And now I taste just on my tongue, and I feel so proud to be alive. And I feel so proud when the reckoning Thank you.
High doses number 2.
Well, I have a song I want to play that I was telling you about backstage, but I have to remember what the first line is, and then I'm good to go. But if I ask these people, then it ruins the surprise, and then I don't want to play it anymore. So I'm just a logical person, so I work on pure logic. Let me borrow your phone.
God, look at that hair!
I know, it's the thing, that's the beauty of Malgo's set is that like, if I get distracted by something and can't play music for 5 or 10 minutes, you can just look at my hair. And if something goes weird in your wiring, you lose interest in my hair, I've got Matt's hair.
Matt's got the beard!
And if your thirst is so profound that it's not slaked by my hair and Matt's hair, then you have the beard. Yes! Oh, of course it is. God, how could I forget that? Well, you don't know it at all. It's an E. I don't think you've ever heard this song. You should play electric guitar. Electric guitar, yeah. I'll get your phone back when I'm done. Whose phone is this? All right, I got you. Make sure it stays alive. So it's a song that, if you haven't heard it, you still get to sing it. You'll know when. When you hear the part you're supposed to sing, you listen the first time, and then you give, as we say in the hard sciences, 110%. There's power in the name, but the name has been lost for centuries. There's poison in the water. The water tastes like sugar and we're so thirsty. We don't care where we wake up tomorrow. We don't care. The question can hardly hold our attention. This is a song for your young men to sing when they run out of options. Yeah, when they run out of options. There's a faith you can give or withhold, and then there's the one true faith. There's the revolution you came for, and the one you're eventually going to get. And there's a road that starts right here and leads clean up to Saskatchewan. But I brought a full tank and a 67 Mustang. And this is a song for your young women to whistle while they're driving at high speeds down the highway. There's wind on one of those bad internet science things that says that like remembering lyrics to songs you used to know is like keeps your brain active longer. So I'm looking forward to being in the rest home, like just hating on everybody else. Going, you can't remember shit. This song was on the Hound Chronicles. Oh, we're gonna play Matt. I know what they want to hear. It's the end of the show. You know, there's a couple songs they expect to hear. They not only expect to hear, in my view, they have a right to hear. If you go see like, no, that's not what I want. Like if you go see, I don't know, like Weedus, which you should totally do. Those guys are cool, and they don't play Teenage Dirtbag. You within your rights to say, hey, Weedus. I love and respect you and the depth of your catalog, but you still got to play Teenage Dirtbag at the end of the fucking day. You have to do that, Weedus. The thing is, I think the Weedus guy is actually really cool, right? That's what, no, he's like a good guy. Right? So there's a couple of Mambo songs that you have an absolute right to say, look, if I went to the Mambo song show and didn't hear that, then shame on the Mangos. Solo, duo, trio, or quartet. The divorced people deserve their song. Am I right or wrong? I wrote most of the lyrics to this song on a napkin on an airplane, which sounds like the sort of story that Tom Waits would tell David Letterman, but it's true. I was driving to Des Moines from Ames, where I lived, to fly to a festival in Tallahassee. As it happened, I was writing an album called Tallahassee, although I write under like, I can't talk about what I'm writing about or it will ruin it, so it was a big secret. But there was a song on the radio. It was very popular at the time. It's still popular on bookmarks and stuff. The people who wrote this song, they have a lot of money. I was younger than I am now and fairly cantankerous. And you know, you go through this long phase in your youth where you get good at hating on stuff by saying how bad it is, right? Yep. You grow out of that. It's good. It's wonderful. Hey, I don't like that thing, so I have nothing to say about it. It's a great phase to get to, right? But it's also important to go through the phase of like saying, I can be very eloquent about the things I hate, right? And at the time, radio comes on, I'm hate listening to this song, right? I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. I hope where one door closes, you see one more open. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. Why and who are you? And if you get the choice to sit it out or dance, this was the point at which the bile began rising. And I, in my arrogance, said, I have to write a response song to this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I hope that our few remaining friends get off on trying to stay us. I hope we come up with a fail-safe plan, gets off the dumps that forgave us. I hope the faces we met fall down beneath their own weight. And I hope we hang on past the last exit. I hope it's already too late. And I hope the junkyard a few blocks from here Sunday burns down. And I hope the rising black smoke carries me far away, and I never come back to this town again. In my life, I hope I tell everyone you were a good wife, and I hope you die. I hope we both die. Before the sun rises, we're pretty sure that all along. I hope it stays dark forever. I hope the worst is me that after the show, we'll be sharing a chocolatey rose.